Hey guys, so, okay, this is a little late. What was it, 2 weeks ago? I think it was about 2 weeks ago. I went to the Wizard World Philadelphia Comic Con and I was so excited because I had went last year and last year was my first Comic Con ever and I just loved that. I just loved the con. It was so great and so I was really excited to go again. So this is my little video on it. I've actually done 2 other videos and I just can't stand them. My first one was just all over the place. The second one was organized but really long. So I'm trying to get a video under 15 minutes and then extra little footage here and there. It's going to take a lot of editing and hopefully I can get it up by this Friday. So starting off with waking up in the morning. Now I had planned on getting up at 6:30. Last year I had gotten up 5:30ish, 5:45 because I had to go to the bank, go to the ATM, get my cash out because I didn't do it the day before for some reason. This year I had already got my money and I was prepared from the night before. So I was thinking getting up at 6:30, leaving the house at 7, getting there at the train station by 7:15, be perfectly fine. But my mother had another idea. Instead of taking a friend or anything, I took my mom. And I was okay with that because my mom likes to be part of my nerdiness. She doesn't really exactly understand it, but she still wants to be part of it. She just wants to be a good mom, so I let her. So I took her this year and she got up at 5:45 like I did last year and she was rushing around and she woke me up at 6. I was like, no mom, I want to sleep in. Nah, she didn't let me. She's like, you gotta get ready, come on, we gotta go. We left at 6:45. I was like 15 minutes early. And I was like, no, guys. And so we got there at like 7. And surprise, the train station doesn't open until 7:15. 7:15. Last year, I thought we were gonna be too late. This year, I was thought on time. We were way too early. Once the train station opened, we went in, got our tickets, we waited. Got our tickets by like 7:20. The train didn't come till, well, the train wasn't supposed to come until 7:55, but it came around 8. So that was about 40 minutes of waiting. No one showed up until about 5 minutes before the train was supposed to be there. So I was like, we probably actually could have left like at 7:15 and gotten at the train station at like 7:30 and probably would have been completely fine. But whatever. And that was kind of the journey. Then we got on the train, we got to the train station in Philly, and then we had to walk to the convention. We got lost a couple times, but it's okay because we got there perfectly fine. We actually got there right around, we got there on time, which was really surprising. The con was supposed to be from 10 to 7, and I had planned on leaving about 6 to get to the train, and that actually turned out to not happen. We left about 2:30 or 3 because we were just exhausted. It was so exhausting. I had planned so well that I had brought too much water and the water was just really heavy, and so my backpack was just killing my shoulders and I had my camera around my neck, so that was hurting. And I already knew that the convention just has no places to sit usually. I was like, no, we can do this. It's gonna be fine, They actually had some seats outside of the main hall, which was really nice, like all these tables and stuff, and so we did sit for a little bit, but that was towards the end when we were just too exhausted to really do anything. What we should have done was probably sit down every hour or so, collect our stuff, whatever, take a little break and then go back in, but we didn't do that, so next year. It was just so exhausting. We were walking everywhere. We didn't know what to do. We just wanted to look at everything. My mom was a newbie. I'm still kind of a newbie, and I was just looking, and I just wanted to look at everything. And there were so many good cosplays, and I just took no pictures at all. I took 5 pictures of some cosplays that I really liked, but a lot of the ones that I really wanted to take pictures of, I couldn't get the courage to go up to the people and ask. And so that's why I'm gonna have a very lack of cosplay photos, which is so sad. But I'm going to try to show them all to you right here. So, boom. I don't know how long this is going to take, but I'm just going to try this for a little bit. Yeah, there were a lot of Steven Universe cosplays, and I really love Steven Universe. And actually on the platform, when I was waiting for the train, we saw a lady that she was going to be dressed as Rose. She was carrying the shield, and she had like this pink wig on, so it was like, I know what you're going to be. And then I think her whole group was going to be like Steven Universe characters, but I didn't really look at them. I just saw the shield and was like, I know. I was just really excited. But the shopping, I guess, probably was the best part, because too shy to ask for pictures, so what else do you do at the convention? You shop. So that's what we did. My mom actually was the first person to buy something, which was really surprising. I guess my shopper's guilt is just so intense that it took me like nearly an hour to buy anything. Even stuff that I had already planned on getting, I didn't get until towards the end of towards the end of our convention. Like, we left early again. Sorry. But my mom bought 2 Funko Pops, which is, I guess I'm just starting her into a bad habit. She got E.T. from, E.T., and she got Gizmo from the Gremlins. He had some Steven Universe stuff, which is originally why I stopped. He had Pearl, Amethyst, Garnet, Steven, and Peridot, and I really, really, really wanted to get those because he said you buy 3, get 1 free, or you can, like, after you get 4, any ones after 4 will only going to be $5, so like half off after you get the first discount. So I was really excited, and I wanted to get all 5 of those, but because I already picked out 2 for my sister, I thought I didn't want to buy like a total of 7 prints, so I just decided on 2 for me and 2 for her. And I didn't want to split up the universe, but I'm going to try to get more from him because I found his store online and I found his Instagram online too, so I'll link that in the description. Show you a picture right here. Or at least of mine, yes. Because hers were of Jack Skellington and Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, because she really likes Nightmare Before Christmas. And I got 2 from Over the Garden Wall. It was just so beautiful and I wanted them all, and like his art is so cool and I liked them. I wanted to get originals too because he said you could get originals and they're actually fairly cheap, and so I was like, I want those, but I had to buy like for my sister and stuff, and so I just decided to just get the prints. You could get the prints framed too, but that was extra money too, and I had a fairly small budget. I wanted to buy other things, which other things that I bought were these Funko Mystery Minis, the Best of Anime, and the reason I bought those is because some of the options were Black Butler, Soul Eater, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I was really, like, at that time I was watching Soul Eater, and I love it so much, but I finished it, and I really wanted Soul, and I didn't get them. I will put, wait no, let's try this side. Over here, I'm going to put a picture of the 4 that I bought. It actually took me 2 trips. The first time when my mom bought her Funko Pops at this one booth, I got 2 of those mystery minis and I opened them at the convention. I got a Titan or whatever from Attack on Titan. I got CL Phantom Eye from Black Butler, so I was kind of happy with that. I don't like Attack on Titan, so eh. And then I got 2 more on a second trip around, and then those I didn't open till I got home, and those are 2 characters. I don't know who they are, but they're from Fairy Tail. I had to ask my anime friend, so yes. And then at my second time around getting those 2 mystery minis, I also got a lovely a rock candy figure from, it was of Modern Batgirl, and I actually had gotten a Supergirl from the Supergirl TV show rock candy figure in the DC TV Legion of Collectors box, and I was really excited because I actually like those. They didn't have classic Wonder Woman like I wanted. They also didn't have Harley Quinn. They only had Modern Batgirl, Classic Batgirl, and the other Supergirl. And I didn't. Oh, they also had the Wonder Woman from Batman vs Superman, but I didn't want those. I either classic Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn, or I was like, I guess I'll go for one of the Batgirls, and I liked the modern Batgirl look better, so that's what I went with. And it was so great. Oh my gosh, what else did I even get? Oh yeah, I got a Funko Pop. It was when my mom and I were sitting down outside the main hall that I looked at my stuff. I was like, I don't have a Funko Pop. Like, what the heck? So I had passed so many of these Funko Pop dealers that I didn't even get a Funko Pop. Like, what? So I went back, and instead of going to the one that I'd already been to like twice, I went to a different one, and I actually paid more because the other one probably would have had it for like $10, but I also don't think they had this particular pop that I had found at this other one. So at this Funko Pop dealer, I got Maka from Soul Eater, and she was $12, and normally they're like $12.50, so I guess I kind of got a little bit of a discount, but not much. But I got Maka from Soul Eater, and I'm very, very proud. I will put her picture right there. I'm trying to do this other side ones. I'm not sure if I'm really doing it right, but yeah, Maka from Soul Eater. I was looking for Soul, and I couldn't find him. I was very, very sad about that, but it's whatever. Now, what you're probably thinking is, Emily, you did not get any comic books at a comic convention. And yes, I know I did not. I was just very exhausted, and I had to it was just so much. I had to carry around a lot of things. My mom was tired, I was tired, so I didn't actually go and look for comic books. And after going through all the trouble of writing down like all the comic books that I already have, I like to get my Silver Age and Bronze Age and like whatever comic books Comic-Con, because there's a little cheaper. And so I had wrote down like all the comic books that I had, all my older ones, like my Bronze Age ones and stuff, and I didn't buy any comic books. After going through all that trouble, I just didn't buy them. That was very, very sad. I'm not going to lie, but I was also just very exhausted. And so after the Funko Pop, we just left. We got on an earlier train, we came home. In the beginning of the convention, when my mom and I were on the train going to Philadelphia, I looked at her and I was like, Mom, I'm gonna tell you something. Last year, like, the thing that I kept thinking was, I just want to go home, because I was just so tired last year. My legs hurt and it was just uncomfortable. I just wanted to go home. I told her, I was like, this year, I know that I'm gonna feel the same thing. I'm gonna want to go home. But then the next day, like last year, all I'm gonna want to do is go back. And man, is that true. It's been 2 weeks and all I'm thinking of is going back to Comic-Con. Any kind of convention, really. Like, I just want to go to another convention. I'm definitely trying to go to Wizard World Comic-Con next year, again, in Philadelphia, because it's just the closest one to me. And then I know that there's one closer to, there's actually two, actually a lot closer to me, but they're not big cons. And I really want to go to New York Comic Con. I was going to go this year, or maybe I was going to go with my used to be boyfriend, but now that kind of fell through. So now I have to save up, and I'm actually going to need like maybe a group, because I'm probably going to want to stay in New York, and it's just cheaper to get a hotel room with a group. So I have to figure that all out, but that will definitely be next year, not this year. So, but guys, let me know what Comic-Cons you're gonna go, what conventions you're gonna go to this year. If you went to Wizard World Comic Con in Philadelphia, let me know, because you know we need to discuss all the cool cosplays and stuff. Just let me know if you guys went, if you guys are gonna go to any conventions later this year, if you guys already went to conventions, what'd you do, what did you do at Comic-Con? Like, I just need to know all these things. I'd like to talk about this, and it would be really great. And if anyone cosplays at Comic-Con, like, tell me what you guys cosplay as, because like maybe next year I want to do it too, and I need some tips. I need some good tips about this cosplay thing. Okay. Well, I believe that is it. I'm looking around. I think that's it. Bye, guys.